So these Monday messages are always inspired by my reflection of the prior week and what did I get to overcome, what were challenges that I faced, what was an aha moment that I had. And this week I had one that I wanted to share with you guys about just my take on discovering your purpose and your identity and your calling and who you are. And so that was the focus that I was going to take going into this, but something happened today, and so I wanted to share this story and kind of tie that into what I wanted to share originally. We're gonna probably homeschool our oldest daughter, and we had a meeting today with the two other kids that she's gonna be homeschooling with, and we had them do vision boards, and I had them journaling for 15 minutes, and I asked them, who do you want to be, what do you want to do, where do you want to go, and what do you love? And then I said, just think as far in advance as you possibly can of your life. Like, what do you picture for yourself when you think of, like, when I grow up, I want to, what are the things that you're imagining? What are some things that you want to do? And so it's our three daughters and the three of us moms, and we let them do it, and we asked them if they wanted to share. And they were open to sharing, so they went around, and it was really cool. Number one aha moment that I had was how, as moms, we didn't even know these dreams that were inside of them. And so that was one message that I wanted to send, that if you're a mom, do that with your child. Like, ask them to write, especially if they're a little bit older. My daughter is 11, but ask them what are those deep desires that are in their heart and in their soul and in their vision, because that, I believe, leaves clues, and I'm gonna get there. But that was one thing, was like, wow, we didn't even realize this. And what that revealed to me was how much we're in this hustle bustle of go to school, get a job, do this, do that, blah 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 blah, that we're not even stopping and actually just cultivating what's already within us. And I feel like one of the things that I shared with them as they were journaling was my vision for you guys. The reason why we're wanting to go down the homeschool route is because I don't want you to have this thought that you have to wait to pursue who you really want to be. And so what really, the second thing that popped out from this exercise was, as we were having them read, one of them read, I want to do this and I want to do that, and then when I retire, I want to be XYZ. And so she basically already had this mindset that once I retire and work my job to sustain my life, then I can retire and then I can do the things I want to do. And I was like, whoa, like, that's pretty much how we're programmed. We're programmed to think like, let me do work to just survive and make ends meet and pay the bills and get by. And it's okay if I put myself on hold and I actually, don't pursue all the things. And so I was just so grateful that these girls will be able to pursue those things a lot quicker. But what I wanted to share with you guys, and how it ties into what I originally was going to share, which was how to discover your purpose and your passion and your calling. It's interesting because I created a purpose guide workbook 2 years ago, and I shut it off because what I realized is I don't believe now, like after really peeling back the layers, I don't believe you discover your purpose. I don't believe you find it and you're like, oh, there you are, here, I found you, let me put you on. I believe your purpose, your identity is your being. It's you being alive. It's how God created you. It's the way you communicate with the world. It's the way you show up with the world. It's the things you do. And I believe that those desires that are deep inside your heart are God's clues. And I talked about this last week when I said, here's your genie in a bottle. I was basically saying, like, you are the bottle and God is the genie within you, and he's putting these visions inside of you so that you can chase them. And who you become to achieve those things is who God wants you to be in each point of that journey, and who you meet. And like for example, so one of the things, two of our girls wanted to be professional soccer players, and I was like, you could go and hurt yourself and then not play soccer, but if that's the path that God has in store for you, it's all those steps leading up to that moment that I believe he still used that as the carrot to get you to that point. And then if that, God forbid, is what happens, then you divert to a new focus. But because we're planting this foundation that your identity isn't found in a role, it's not found in a destination, it's found in you showing up and doing your best. The moral, the message, the purpose of this video that I wanted to share with you was just to give yourself some quiet time. Turn on some meditation, relaxing music, give yourself some journaling time, and ask yourself, who do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do after retirement? What are things that you feel like, if I can just have more time, more money, a babysitter, getting out of this job, the steps and the game plan, if I could just have XYZ, these are the things that I would actually be doing. If you have that gap, then I really want you to consider figuring out, how can I have those things now? What can I do to start taking steps towards that? Maybe you don't get to just quit your job today, but maybe you can put in place a game plan to get out of that job so you can start a lot sooner. And what I really pointed out to them was, a lot of these visions and dreams that they had, there's no reason why they can't start it right now. It's like we are so programmed to just put these like aspirations in the universe and just kind of throw them out there, but not to actually now take the action steps and actually put in the work to do it and watch it come to fruition. So my challenge to you is to, if you have followed me for a while and you've done a vision board, is to go to that vision board and actually use it. One of the things that I realized was how often we know what we need to do, we know what we want to do, we know what can be done, we're just not actually doing it. And so you get to make the choice to show up for yourself, show up for your dreams, and show up a better version today, right now, this next minute, by the choices that you make, and asking yourself, is what I'm doing right now getting me closer to that person who I really, really want to be? That's my inspiration for you today. And I do want to give you the invitation to the program Brand Me. I have been sharing about it. We opened up spots. I'm doing like a taster, so I don't have many spots for the private mentoring side. Those are full, but just like getting in the door and seeing the actual program as a whole, getting a taste of how to use media and get on TV or different media outlets, how to hone in on your messaging of, what is my business idea? What am I trying to say? Who do I want to serve? What problem am I solving? How do I actually say that? Messaging, business strategy, just like how to organize, what should I do, how should I do it, what are my action steps, what's an actual plan of action to move myself forward, how to leverage your time, how to get help and build a team around your ideas so you're not the only one doing it. So all these different things are included in Brand Me, and I've done a flash sale of only $297 to just get your foot in the door at this low price. And the only reason why I'm doing that is because I'm like, well, I'm gonna keep teaching the content for my private clients anyways. I might as well open it up to people who want to get the information, and then you can at least get going, and then in the 2 months when spots open up again, then you can decide if it's something you want to like really stay into, or just, I got so much information, I'm good, I don't need to continue. So I invite you to take a look at that. The link is in this video, it's on my page, it's everywhere. You can enroll, you can join us, you don't want to miss. This is a huge offer. I'm literally basically giving it away, because for any one of these guest speakers who are coming and training with us, you would pay thousands of dollars to work with them, and they're coming to do this special training. So you're really getting a steal. But like I said, I'm doing it just because I'm doing the program anyways. And so I really want to give people a taste so that you can decide if when spots open up, you can join us for like a more full spectrum. So get to those visions, listen to what are those things that you have inside your heart, so that you can start pursuing them. Because what is life? Like, what is it really about? My really big goal for you is to stop yourself in the hustle and bustle and the busyness and ask yourself, why am I really here? What am I really doing? How big is the gap between the life that I'm living and the life that I dream of living, and what do I get to do in the in between to actually reach that and get closer to that? That's what I want you to start thinking about, because it's so important that you're living a life of fulfillment and happiness. And it's happiness and fulfillment, I don't believe, is a destination. It's the journey of becoming a better person and showing up as a better person. And we need growth, and we need contribution, and we need that like challenge of overcoming things. So the more you can grow and be a better version of yourself, the more you can show up bigger and better in the world, and the more you'll be fulfilled. So just listening to those things is my challenge to you this week.